Hello everybody, this is Bitcoin Macro and this is a new format, guys. I'm gonna be trying and splitting the videos I'm gonna be making about certain coins, and I will be trying to go into a little bit more depth rather than kind of rushing everything, so that I can do it more on time and so that people can watch quickly my opinions without having to go through like a 15-minute video or a 10 or a 20-minute video. So some videos will be 5 minutes long, some videos will be 10 minutes long, but overall I think they're gonna all be shorter so that you can get all the information quickly without having to like go through all the coins that you might not care about. And this is going to be a better one because I would like to go a little bit more in depth in both pairs, both Bitcoin pairs and USD pairs. I see that most people just talk about USDT pairs, which I think is completely wrong. Like, it's a very myopic view in my opinion, because Bitcoin pairs have a lot more information to give us, and I think it's very useful, especially just because there are historical levels that you can watch at most coins, whereas with USD charts for many it's just like a level or two levels at best, especially now that many coins are moving towards new all-time highs. So in this video I'm going to talk a bit about Polkadot and probably Kusama. Then some other videos I'm going to be talking about new coins. Maybe I'll be doing 1 or 2 videos a day about smaller coins, general altcoins, and maybe I'll get 10-minute videos where I talk about the Bitcoin price analysis and especially news if there's anything hot. If there's nothing very particular, I'm not going to waste your time just saying all the positive stuff, because look, there are just like positive news after positive news, and there's no really a reason for me to just go through everything all the time. Okay, like maybe you watch the news, maybe you watch them on Twitter and stuff, so there's no really a reason if there's nothing big. For example, the Coinbase IPO was something big that I wanted to cover, and that's why I did cover it. Now, if you watched my previous videos, you would have seen my previous technical analysis and things have gone pretty well. Maker had a pretty big pump today. Also, Aave did something okayish. Chainlink, same thing, nothing too special. Wi-Fi, similar situation, but Compound did pretty well from my video last night. Uniswap was kind of average, but overall it was a good video because I went through several stuff. And if you were on my channel on Telegram, you would have seen all the stuff that I said about DeFi as well. Like early last night, I did catch it because the DeFi perpetual swap on FTX had broken out. It was very clean breakout. I let everyone know, and we instantly got like 10% returns. Like that was just like the returns. If you had leverage or anything, you would have gotten a lot more. So I think it was a pretty good call. I think DeFi on Ethereum is kind of revived now. The Ethereum is doing well, but I don't want to leave other projects outside because I think Polkadot can do very well because it has also been lagging, and it could potentially be seen as an Ethereum alternative. Okay, because now fees on Ethereum will be high again, and Ethereum killers, that the narrative initially was all about Ethereum until fees got really high, and then we moved on to Ethereum. And if you come to the Telegram group and my Twitter page and stuff, you would have seen that I was talking about Ethereum killers the minute the change was happening. Okay, layer 1, layer 2 protocols, I got the call from very early on. Again, I will get some stuff wrong, guys, I'll get some stuff right, but overall I think I've got a pretty good track record. I'm not the best guy I'm not even a good guy for farming or any of that stuff, but when it comes to kind of catching trends and see what could be the next thing, potentially I'm not going to be jumping on it straight away, but I'm able to capture most of the gains. Okay, I'm not going to be trying to get everything perfect. That's not my goal. Trying to get like everything very quickly, it's not the optimal thing to just like kind of guess every single trend from very early. Some, of course, you can't get them if it's something obvious, but some other times, you know, it's good to see something established, wait for a little pullback, and then get on it. So Polkadot is one of the main Ethereum contenders in my opinion, and the market cap actually depicts that, and it doesn't really have that much of a history. Well, they have had that issue with their ICO. All that money is gone. I haven't really gone into how they're getting funded, but it's clear that they're getting quite a bit of money. I don't really think they have any funding issues, as well as most large projects at this stage. They don't really have any problem funding themselves. Now, the key thing that I would like to watch is what's going on in the Bitcoin chart and then move on to the USDT chart. So first of all, Polkadot clearly broke the yearly pivot here. It kind of had a little retest right here and then pump. As you go close to R3, it has slowed down because it's kind of getting a little oversold. However, the fact that we've had this situation right here is pretty bullish for me. Okay, so we had a few retests on the breakout, failed the first one. The first breakout was kind of a bit of a fake out, then pump, then go lower, and then we had like a bit of a massive capitulation day here in the USD chart and the some perpetual swap on Binance. It was a big wick down and then consolidated right in the zone right here. That was a bit of an anomaly. Took out the 50-day moving average. That could be seen, you know, as something that was just like a trap and then boom, higher, or like some people call it a deviation. So now we've held back above the 50-day moving average, several dodges right on the monthly pivot, and in my opinion that's pretty bullish, because when you hold the yearly pivot like this, when you close back above the monthly pivot and the 50-day moving average like this, when you retest the weekly pivot like this, monthly, it's pretty bullish. And I liked how this little cycle played out. We had a big bump. Clearly that came from much lower, if I remember correctly, because we had that new Polkadot, they had that split on the tokens. They actually redenominated it, so they did something. So I do believe that that kind of retrace here was pretty healthy, and then higher, and it hasn't moved that much. Now there is a bit of a limitation for Polkadot. We have to be clear about this because it is up significantly, like 340% for a large cap. It's quite big, okay? And it pumped pretty quickly, was one of the first ones that actually pumped. Then when Ethereum suffered massively, Polkadot at least held its ground. It did have a correction, but it wasn't as big as the one that Ethereum had. Like even Ethereum had a 35% correction in a bigger time frame. Okay, it started correcting a lot earlier. So Polkadot did very well. But just remember, the limitation Polkadot has is that it can't really outperform Ethereum. And I believe that for most alts, for most cryptocurrencies like Cardano and all that, they have that sort of limitation, because Ethereum has that stability, has the demand from, you know, legacy stuff like Ethy. It's like the Ethereum Grayscale product or the CME futures. So there are things that people can do, and they have more access to Ethereum. The Ethereum is being used for more products. It does have that household name after Bitcoin. Clearly it's not on par with Bitcoin, like most people do know about Bitcoin, and that's part of the reason why Bitcoin is king. But the next one after it is Ethereum. So despite the high fees, I do believe that people are going to prefer it. Now, could Polkadot kind of outperform and overcome Ethereum's market cap? Yes, it is possible, but after that I do believe that it's going to go down. I discussed about this yesterday a bit as well, when it comes to stuff coming close to Bitcoin's market cap and then going down. I do believe we're going to have massive performances. Maybe Ethereum does get close to Bitcoin's market cap. It could actually surpass Bitcoin's market cap because everything is getting built on Ethereum. But there are certain risks and certain things that, in my opinion, are a drag on Ethereum, but that's for another video. And that's why I do believe it's kind of the same thing. Like, there are all these coins trying to achieve the same thing, so they're not achieving the goal altogether. But Polkadot is one of the ones that, due to the design and due to the fan base, it has done pretty well. So I would like to close with the USDT pair, which I do believe is looking pretty good, guys. Okay, so here we had that kind of capitulation. Initially I started feeling like that was distribution. If you look at this and you go, let's say, and look at XTZ, BTC, the Tezos BTC chart, the Tezos top looked kind of like this, okay? But this time around, it didn't turn into distribution. It just had like a massive capitulation, potentially too many longs. But now look at this. Also have closed above the previous highs. Like we had this resistance, and now the price has retested the resistance. Now this has fully turned into support, and it could be ready to move higher. So the little pullback we've seen on the daily on the BTC chart is probably because Bitcoin has gone up a bit for the day, and that's why it had pulled back. But in USD terms, I do believe it's going to go higher. So right now we have R3 as a bit of a resistance, but I do believe that eventually it will just go up, because again, like most coins, we're way above the R3 yearly. Look at this, came to the yearly P, then R3 kind of stopped a bit, R3 turned into resistance, and boom, massive leg up. And I do believe that this is kind of, I don't know if I could say like this, I don't know if I could call this like that was a much longer consolidation period, but it's still pretty big here as well. And I do believe Polkadot, because it hasn't even been added on Coinbase yet, so it could get added on Coinbase and have a pretty big spike as well. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please like the video, please subscribe, let me know what you think about the video. I would like to hear your feedback. You can check my affiliate links down below. Some of them do have discounts for you guys. These are exchanges that not many people actually share or promote, because most of them want you to get into derivatives platforms, where the problem with them is that you're probably going to lose your money. Okay, I would suggest you're better off trying to buy gems and trade gems on MXC, stuff that are bid on Polkadot and they are not on Binance, on Bitmax, or the new Ascendex, or the rebrand of Bitmax. You can also check out my other affiliate links and even Binance, stuff like that, because I do believe it's going to be helpful for you guys. So thanks a lot for watching. That was a bit of a longer one because I want to make a good introduction as to what I'm going to be talking about, what I'm going to be covering, to talk a bit about all the stuff that I've covered today, because it has been a pretty busy day. Okay, things have gone nuts. So maybe we do get a correction, but remember, we might get a correction in Bitcoin terms, because just Bitcoin pumps and leaves everything behind. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.